What's up, Code Candy fam? Anupriya here. Welcome to Code Candy, where curiosity finds clarity. In this video, we will learn about web hosting and different types of web hosting step by step. What is web hosting? Web hosting is a service that provides space on the server, right? See, this is my laptop. I have designed a website something which is stored in my laptop, and I can only view the live content from my laptop. Suppose I want to display this website through the entire world. Now I need to put all these website files somewhere in the server so that people in other countries or people who wants to see my website, like when they enter domain like codecandy.in, they need to see my website. Until and unless I have hosted my website in some space which is called server, where your website files like HTML, CSS, images, PDFs and all the other files are stored, no one can see your website. So to host your website onto the server where people can see through the internet by entering your domain name, which is called, suppose there are students in the class. If I call, hey Anupriya, then I will stand up because that is my name. In the same way, so in the countrywide we will have so many websites. So I should call my website codecandy.in. Hey codecandy.in, please show what's in your website. So if I call my name, which is called domain name, then the content which I have designed in the codecandy.in should be visible on the website, right? So this entire process where you are putting your files from your local to the server so that other peoples other than you can see what all the content you have prepared through the internet is called web hosting. Now in web hosting we have so many types like shared hosting, VPS hosting, dedicated hosting, cloud hosting, managed hosting. So let's learn what each hosting means and why we should use that particular hosting based on our requirement, and what each hosting is used for depending on your requirements. Now we are learning about shared hosting. The name shared itself is saying that you are sharing your server space along with the other people. Suppose you are staying in an apartment, right? You are staying with three other families. Now here water is common, parking space is common, and electricity bill, everything are common. Now you are living here. So suppose this is water tank in an apartment. This water tank is common for every room here who are living in the same apartment, right? Now I am using this water. Suppose this water capacity, tank capacity is 1 liter. Okay. Now I am using this 1 liter water. This person is also using same water from the same tank, and this person also is using. Suppose this person brings two more people into the room. Now this 1 liter, that entire capacity of this 1 liter is consumed most by this family, right? Now these two people they don't get enough water. Like within this 1 liter only they need to share all the water, but this person got more members into his family, so this 1 liter is getting shared to this family more than the other families. In the same way, this is just an example. In the same way, in the shared hosting, the server CPU, RAM, bandwidth is shared across other websites also. So whenever one website gets more traffic than the other websites, then CPU, RAM, bandwidth, storage and all the other resources are shared to that one website. Now these two websites don't get enough CPU, enough RAM and bandwidth. So there is a high chance that these websites, whenever other people are trying to access these two websites, they may break down. At least they will not even show, like they don't show images, PDFs and all for these websites, because the entire CPU is taken by this website, right? So in the shared hosting, the main issue is you are sharing all the CPU, RAM, storage, bandwidth and all across other websites. So in one apartment only you are sharing all the resources with the other people. But here the rent is cheap. We have to accept the fact that whenever you are sharing your resources with other people, automatically it comes with the less cost, right? Here no technical knowledge is needed. See, in the apartment terms, whenever you are sharing this, you don't take care of the water, you don't take care of the electricity, you don't take care of the security of the parking space. Everything is managed with the hosting providers only. Like who are owners of the apartment only will take care of all these things. You just need to pay rent and stay happily here while sharing your resources with other people, right? In the same way, hosting provider takes care of all the requirements like what is the CPU, RAM, bandwidth, storage, and whatever the other requirements. Hosting provider will take care. You just need to pay money, host your website, and let it run across the internet. Easy setup, because here you know like cPanel in hosting their cPanel. See, in the cPanel, it's like a folder where you keep all your websites, uh, images, HTML files, CSS files, and all the your folder you will keep in the cPanel in the public HTML folder. From here, the hosting company will display whatever you have designed in your website. That entire content will be displayed. That's the only work of you is to put your files into cPanel, and other work is taken by the hosting provider itself. As we discussed, the pros of shared hosting is it is very cheap. You don't need any technical knowledge. Everything hosting provider only will take care. It's very easy to use, and like normal people can also use. It doesn't require any developer like high-end technical knowledge people. So normal people like business like local vendors also can put their files into hosting, and hosting provider will take care of all the things, and you don't need to maintain the server and all. So here the biggest thing is security issue. See, we are using one tank, right? Suppose this tank gets affected, then people who are using this tank, they don't get water, right? Each and every person will be affected here. If one tank is affected here, other people are also affected here. Like if one plumber here, my pipe is leaking. In my bathroom, my pipe is leaking. So all this 1 liter, this through this leakage, all the water will go away. Then in this process, other people will also don't get water, because in my room my pipe is leaking. So If one person damages any of the thing here, the other people will also get affected, right? So, if one website get hacked through SQL injection or phishing, so whatever attacks like DOM attacks, we see like server attacks. So entire websites which are using this that particular CPU server database will also be affected. Other peoples will also get the vulnerable to the internet. If one website gets hacked, other people will also be vulnerable to those attacks. So it's not good for any. Suppose we are in your website, if you have any banking information, like you are using payment gateways or any sensitive data, if you are providing any, like in Amazon you are hosting your images, personal images, product images, some database information will also be there about your products. What is the cost of your product, where your product is coming, and where all the shipping is going. These all sensitive information like about your usernames, their passwords, their mails, your customers, everyone will be get affected. So it's not effective to use shared hosting for that kind of security. Again, it's not scalable. If I give 1 liter tank here, you should only use 1 liter. You should not ask more than that. And in that 1 liter also, it depends on the people you are sharing. If one person is consuming more water, means I cannot do anything. You have to be adjustable with that 1 liter of water only. In the same way, if I provide like a 2 GB space, database space or storage, you have to maintain your website's file less than 2 GB only. You should not argue with the hosting provider, because I am providing everything for cheap. You should not argue for the things like which are resources. You cannot scale it. So if your website is having more traffic, you have to go with the dedicated hosting or VPS hosting. We will learn all those types of hosting coming later in the video. And here you will have less control, because you are not doing anything here. Hosting provider is taking care of all the maintenance and this technical setup, right? Your only work here is to put your files in the cPanel, pay the rent, and enjoy your files through the internet, whatever you have hosted in the internet, and let people see it through the internet. But you cannot complain with what is happening here security wise, or whenever your traffic is getting affected by the other websites which are shared along with you. You don't know. See, shared hosting means that hosting provider will not tell you like, hey, along with you I'm using these kind of websites and they are taking the more traffic. No, they will not share all those details with you. They will put in some block along with other websites, and you have to take care of your website, like whether it is going down or whether it is getting affected, or your website is vulnerable in the internet, and that all the risks are maintained by you only, because nothing comes with free, right? You are paying less money, you are also facing more troubles. Again, this is best suited for beginners. Like, I just want to I have developed one website now, and I want to use that website. In such cases, I have to go with shared hosting. Now I just want to check whether I am worth coding, or I am just doing trial and errors with my coding, like what my websites look like on the internet. Like simple website people, like beginners who are just learning coding, those people can use shared hosting. Like in college days, I used to develop so many websites, and I used to take hosting the shared hosting and host it. Like small business people also can use. Again, this should not include any payment gateways. If you are using any payment gateways, your business, your money will go haywire. Like you will payment gets done and you don't get your money into the bank account, because this website is vulnerable to hackers. They can hack your website at any time, right? Again, this is also useful for people who design blogs. Here you are only showing the static content, right? Like you are only putting the data which is not even sensitive. Like just people are searching like what are the recipes, how I can cook egg omelette, like this. You are just sharing the steps procedure. For such kind of websites you can go with the shared hosting. Again, portfolio also, like any personal websites, portfolio, resume websites, you are just sharing your social links and your educational background experiences, your projects, what all you have done. Like such kind of websites, you can go with the shared hosting. Main thing is it is cheap and beginner friendly. This is all about shared hosting. Okay, guys. Next is VPS hosting. The term VPS means virtual private server, right? Here, a physical server is split into virtual servers, each with dedicated resources for better performance. See, the name itself we are telling. Again, we'll go with the our favorite apartment example. See, you are living in an apartment along with the three other families, right? Previously, you only have access to one water tank and that tank is used by other three people, right? Now in VPS hosting, this tank is also divided into three different segments. Like here we will give 3 liters of water tank means this person will get 1 liter, this person will get 1 liter, this person will also get 1 liter. Now it is independent. What? It is independent. Like if I get another two members into this family also, they will use this 1 liter of water. Like it don't affect. If I get another family members also, they will get that 1 liter of water. So it doesn't affect the other people. Like in shared hosting, if I get one, other families are also getting affected, right? In the same apartment. Here you will have your own separate parking lot. Like in shared hosting you will have this much space only. If suppose this person has car, this person has bike, other person will don't have space to park, right? And like that here in VPS hosting we will have separate blocks for each family. Now with this you will get one understanding. Here the performance is also better because everyone is having their own dedicated resources, right? Here it can handle medium growth easily. Suppose if I have 2 to until 10 family members, it doesn't affect, right? If I get more than that, that 1 liter water is not sufficient. So here we can get another 1 liter of water into your own tank because this is your own tank. You'll ask the owner and you will fill this tank with extra 1 liter because you will say, hey, my family is expanding and I need more water to survive. So I'll fill it with, I'll make it like 1 liter plus 1 liter. Whenever this get empties, you will get another 1 liter water. Here you can also upgrade, right? See, it is more secure. See, if other people are not interfering with your resources, automatically you will be more secure. Like if this person in his bathroom, the water gets leaked, his 1 liter of water is only affected. This person, this person are not affected. Only if this person is getting affected, like his website is affected or his website gets hacked, other two people are irrelevant to those hacks, right? So here we will get more security than shared hosting. But see, if you are getting dedicated resources, obviously this cost will be more than shared hosting. But see, you are staying in apartment, you are not like staying in your own independent house. Independent house means dedicated hosting. Like you are also mean you are taking care of all this water, electricity bill, parking, security, and all everything is maintained by you only. In VPS, all these things are maintained by hosting provider itself, but you are getting more security. So instead of having independent house and living in the shared apartment, at least this is like a medium core in between shared hosting and dedicated. Like if you have some money, more money to operate, you can go with this VPS hosting. Here you will have more control. Like if your water is gone or your CPU is running out, your RAM is running out, your storage is running out, you can get your own storage. You can upgrade it, right? Here you don't need more technical skills also. Just some basic coding is required, like what is uh, my website files capacity, how much is running out, how much I should buy, from where I should buy. Like some little technical details are required more than shared hosting. Like you can take off your developer friends and handle it. You don't need separate IT team to develop this or to take care of all these things. Okay, it is best suited for people who are medium sized. Like suppose you have a 10K people who visit your website, more than like depends on the hosting provider, it can handle up to that people. So it goes with the websites which have moderate traffic. E-commerce website we can also handle here because it provides more security and you are not vulnerable as much as shared hosting. See, again this VPS hosting, like some technical people they will think like, hey, what I should do with the shared hosting. I have some technical knowledge. I'm techie savvy. I need to develop some e-commerce websites, some CA websites or lawyer websites, doctor websites where consultations and all the things happen, like service websites, consultation websites, like startup websites. We can use for VPS hosting for such kind of websites where you will get traffic. You need some security and you don't need that much technical stuff like IT team to handle. One developer is enough to take care of all these tasks. Here you are maintaining your own resources with more security than comparing to shared hosting. This is all about VPS hosting. See, next our hosting is dedicated hosting. See, the name itself telling that it is dedicated. See, this one physical server is used for the single website. Like you are owning your own house, that electricity bill, water, parking space, whatever is there in this, everything you have to take care, because this entire house is yours. You will have more flexibility to do make changes and all. Here you will have super high performance because your entire website is consuming, that entire family is staying in your house, right? You will have more control. See, if you don't want any, if you are feeling restricted in your house, you can go to that room, you can play, you can call how many members you want. You can also even connect any family programs because it doesn't disturb other people. Like it your own house means you have more freedom and choices, right? Other people will not get disturbed and you can do whatever you want in your own house. In the same way, that hosting provider will give some physical server like this, one entire physical server for you. You can put your entire website in there, all your files, security, like payment gateways, all are under high surveillance. But here comes the problem, you will have more security here. See, when you are getting full control, like in your house, whatever happens, that owner only should take care. You should have the basic knowledge of what is the tax, what are the electricity, what is the plumber problem. If he gets any issue in the house, you have to this person will have to take care, right? He should have more knowledge about his house, what is happening and all. So in the same way, hosting provider should require one IT team maybe to maintain all these things, because if the layman person is hosting his website, his businesses on the internet, he at least requires some people to take care of all these things, because if he doesn't have knowledge, all these server capacities like CPU, RAM, bandwidth, these things like cPanel, what you are hosting, these backups, maintenance, security, you should handle, right? So you need some staff to maintain this. This performance is also high because nobody will interfere with your websites. And here, see, here we have one twist. If this physical server is providing these many benefits, until and unless the server is getting problem, like, see, I got in the apartment terms, in the own independent terms, if I say here, if earthquake comes, this house will go, right? The people who are staying in this house will get affected. In the same way, if the physical server itself gets hacked, or if it is under attack, or if the data present in the server is gone, the entire website is gone, because you don't have backup, right? You are not putting any backup here. If this is gone, until that physical server gets healed, your website will be not shown on the internet. See, owning a house is very cost effective. In the same way, if you are taking your dedicated physical server, the cost is obviously very high. See, companies only will take this dedicated hosting. Normal people cannot afford. Like, I am not telling you cannot afford, but this technical staff is required. You need some technical knowledge, and that server backups, whatever happening, how to run, whether it is IP addresses, where you are hosting, all these details will be under staff control. So you need to have that high-end people to take care of all these things. Your own IT team is required here. You can customize anything. Like, this is your house, you can do whatever you want here. See, it is suited for people who have their own companies, large enterprises. If you have millions of visitors to who visit your website, those people also can use, like e-commerce websites, Zomato, Blinkit, Zepto. These people can also use. They will use dedicated hosting, of course, and companies like TCS, Wipro. If you have some medium tier companies, you can use this dedicated hosting, because in companies you have your own IT team to take care of all this stuff, right? See, this is next hosting is called cloud hosting. In dedicated hosting, I have discussed about one problem, right? If this physical server gets hacked, then what is the your entire website get hacked and everything is going haywire. So how to handle such kind of uh, issue? Suppose you have a e-commerce website. I have a shop. Let us say some Justara, right? See, I just didn't set that in look. I'm planning to start a startup with the name Justara. Here we are selling like farm fresh fruits in the websites. I'm telling farm fresh, right? If I early morning I'm getting some fruits and vegetables, I need to update in the website. These people will get live updates and they can order, and all the supply chain management will be taken. Like, everything is like a second to second. We are running the server and we are getting live updates like Google Maps. Every second that website should be alert. If suppose I'm taking dedicated hosting, and my Jestara website is in that physical server, and that server gets hacked. See, on that particular day itself, this server gets shut down, and people who are following my uh, website, like my business for the fruits, vegetables, milk products, these are all day-to-day requirements, right? If one day my website is not running also, all the supply chain management gets affected. See, my milk goes waste, my fruits will get rotten. I have to supply all these fruits and vegetables within the time to my clients, right? If my website goes shut down means all the supply chain management get also affected, right? In such case, you have to have backup like cloud hosting. Means your website is running on multiple servers. If which is in the cloud, all this is maintained in the cloud. If one server gets failed, other two will be live. Like if my server gets failed here, that see people who are typing Jestara and seeing that website, they will get the live updates and the server go keeps on running because it is reliable. People don't get disturbed. All the supply chain management is ready and going because my server is always live. See, even if one server fails, the site keeps on running. It is high speed and always uptime. See, whenever things are in cloud, it's very, of course, it will be high speed because you will have multiple resources. See, if this capacity is 10K visitors only, if suddenly I'll get 15K people, these two servers will do load balancing. Like they will take the traffic. Some traffic will be handled by this server, some traffic will be handled by this server. In this way, your website never goes down. It is easily scalable. Means, see, you are not in the cloud. That main thing in the cloud is you don't pay for all the servers. You don't pay for all the servers. You only pay the amount for whatever the resources you have used. Like on the month end, the entire month I have got like certain CPU storage I have used, 1 TB storage I have used, this much bandwidth I have used. They will calculate all the cost and give some uh, total for me. I have to only pay for that. I don't need to pay for all the server maintenance. Here it is safer because backups are available. In physical server, that is the IT staff uh, people work to maintain the backups month to month. In the cloud hosting, that backups are automatically done for you because this cloud hosting, you are trusting the hosting providers and they have to maintain all the backups. Like after 2 months I am shutting down my website. Like I'll go to my hosting provider and I'll say, hey, give me my website backup because I have done some changes or I have lost the data. Then they have to give. They'll also charge the rate for that backup, but they will give. End of the day, it's their work to maintain all the backups. No need for deep server management because all these things are taken. Load balancing, upscaling, downscaling, all these things are done by the cloud hosting provider. You don't need to take care of all the maximum technical stuff. You need some technical knowledge, but you don't take care of all that high level technical stuff here. Okay, this website is better suited for seasonal websites. Suppose you have Mitra, like any clothing brands. See, if it is Dasara, Diwali, if you are getting any like occasions, festivals, seasonal things, like festival collections, summer collection, winter collection, these are all called as seasonal sales. At that time only your website needs high-end RAM or uptime. Other times like in February, like in India, mostly all that Sankranti, Dasara, these festivals will be on October, January. Like in foreign websites, December is the peak month, and if you are some person who is celebrates these festivals, depending on your location, your seasonal sales you have to maintain like that. In physical server you need to take care, like in 1 month. In dedicated hosting you need to take care. If 1 month you are getting more sales, other months you are getting less sales, means that is the IT staff people to reduce the resources cost there. Like if I am, see, I'll say one example, you'll get. This is my house, I am staying in one room, then I have to use the like a light, fan, AC and all the things from this room only. If I keep on running all these uh, resources from other rooms, means you will get high bill, right? The in dedicated hosting you need to take care of all these things. Like if you only need 1 TB data storage, you have to keep that 1 TB only for that month, like based on the sales. If you don't require that much CPU or storage for another month, you have to reduce it. If you if you are negligent of all these things, that IT staff is negligent, then entire bill will goes like, oh my god, you will get like lakhs of bill because you are playing with the servers, you are not using some low level things. Here entire server, storage, whatever you are using, everything comes at some cost. In cloud hosting the best thing is you are paying only for what you use, and it's none of your work to check whether your CPU is running or your database is getting bloated with the data. All the things are taken care by hosting providers only. Yeah, this is better suited for startup people also. And so for some websites which are getting fluctuated traffic, they can also use these things. Like suppose in Zomato, on rainy days people will shop. So whenever you have some functions or festivals, people will order more things. Like best example is recently we have Raksha Bandhan, and everyone is ordering sweets, except and Blinkit, everyone is ordering sweets and chocolates for their brothers Rakis and all. So at that time, on that day you will get a peak uptime, you will have a peak uptime. On the next day sales will be down, and it will be like normal just other days. So with the fluctuating traffic also you can go with the cloud hosting. See, in cloud hosting one other thing is that if I am staying in India, that physical server, that providers will be like .in only. Only if you are accessing my website in Japan, in dedicated hosting, people who are opening my website in Japan, they will not get opened, or based on if they use VPN they can see my website, but that streaming is low, right? My website will be slow in other countries. But in cloud hosting, see, suppose you are using Hotstar, hmm? You are using live TV, you are staying in your country, you will get live to live updates, because you are seeing that like in a free movement, you are not getting disturbed by the streaming. Every second to second you are getting live channel updates, right? This is possible with the cloud hosting only. In physical server, you cannot get that much high effective movement. For streaming channels also, cloud hosting is very useful. Like other country people can also open your website, and the server will automatically hop up to the server. If my website anyone is opening in America, this server will use that America website. America servers. From there my website is downloaded, so they will get all the updates very fastly. But in dedicated hosting the speed will not be there. In cloud hosting here we will get global access very easily. Here comes the managed hosting. This hosting provider manage technical tasks like server setup, security, updates, backups. See, in cloud hosting, you are maintaining like all the server. Cloud is taking care, hosting manager is taking care of all the things. Here in managed hosting, we will have your that person will be also providing with the staff. In cloud hosting, that backups and these things like many low level things you are maintaining. But in managed hosting, like you are owning a shop, this shop owner is only giving that chef, plumber, electricians, cleaning staff, and all. Your work is just to parent, bring the resources, and let the things fall in place. You don't focus on all the deep technical details here. Managed hosting. This best example for this is WordPress hosting. See, if you say I can't even take backup here, I can't even take the technical details. Like my only work is I'll give website and you take care of all the other things. Then managed hosting is best for you. It in managed hosting like firewall updates, scans, and your website health, all these things are taken care by the hosting provider only. They will give you warnings or notifications, because in cloud hosting na, you have to take care of your website health, performance, health, traffic. All these things are taken by your IT team. But in managed hosting, these low level details are also you are not taking care. You will just get a notification, you will say update, and everything is taken by that hosting provider only. There you will get automatic backups and all. In cloud hosting, you have to take care of that backup they will provide, not an issue. But you should take care of at what time you should get backups, and at what time your website should be updated. That low level that patches, installations, and all these things are taken by IT team in cloud hosting. But in managed hosting, this hosting provider only will take care. Your only work is to pay money. You will get notifications. Act accordingly. That's it. You will have a support team 24 by 7 in managed hosting. See, see the name itself. Everything is managed by hosting provider, right? Because they will also charge for all these things now. You don't have IT staff, you are not even interested to hire the staff. They are providing the staff and they are taking all the things in your absence, so that cost is also very high. Here you will have less control, like you can't customize everything. This hosting provider only will take care of all the things. If you are a tech enthusiast, see, I want to take care of every single thing of my website, but it should be safe in the cloud. uh, Cloud servers means you can go with the cloud hosting. See, this is best for high-end enterprises, but they don't have any technical stuff. Like non-technical users will be more benefited with this managed hosting. Entrepreneurs who are only taking care of the business cost but their business growth, and they don't want to keep their head and waste their time using all this technical stuff, means they can go with managed hosting. And the WordPress, people who are using WordPress, no, they are like lazy people from my perspective. We will pay money, all the things we have ready to use things. So WordPress people also better to go with the managed hosting. This managed hosting is like a shop with staff. The staff is also provided for you. That's it. See, after all the discussion, what should I choose? See, whether I should go with the share hosting or VPS hosting, dedicated hosting, cloud hosting, managed hosting, you have to check your requirement. Like if you want security, scalability, performance, technical knowledge, cost, based on your requirement. Like if you are a beginner, you don't want to invest much, go with the share hosting. If you are a person who has who needs some security, who can do some technical stuff, and who needs some scalability, those people can go with VPS hosting. Dedicated hosting means company level enterprise people can go with the dedicated hosting, like people who want their global presence and they need their website to be used globally without affecting their performance, day to day supply chain management. They can go with the cloud hosting. Managed hosting means same, the cloud hosting with the staff is called managed hosting. See, did you know, see, there are 3,30,000 hosting providers, so choosing the right one matters more than ever. See, if you choose the best hosting provider, best hosting plan, then your website, you can become a big business brand within no time. If you are getting stuck in the starting stage itself, like whether you are a beginner or enterprise person or any e-commerce person or an entrepreneur, based on your requirements, you have to select your hosting plan, hosting provider, and what you can contribute to the world. Based on all things, you can push your brand to a global successful plan, just like Zomato, Blinkit, Zepto, Dunzo, Amazon, Flipkart, all these websites have started from scratch, right? At first, we don't even know who they are. They must have started their journey with the shared hosting, and now they are ended up their websites and hosting provider plans with the cloud hosting. So, at first, if you are in a beginner stage, you can go with the shared hosting. If based on your brand growth and your technical stuff and like your traffic, your sales, depending on your sales, you can increase your hosting plans. Thank you guys. So I hope you have understand the basics of hosting, what types of web hosting. So in the future, if anyone asks what is hosting or what kind of plan you want, like whether you are going with the GoDaddy, WordPress, or Hostinger, WordPress, Hostinger, GoDaddy, then you don't need to ask other people. Just with this knowledge only, based on your requirements, you can go with the hosting plans. You don't need to ask for other people. You just need to select the hosting plan, pay for it, and enjoy the resources. So, if you want more kind of information like this, you can subscribe to my channel. My only effort here is you have to stay curious, you have to keep learning. This is Anupriya from Code Candy signing off.